Hi guys, welcome back to What on New Earth. I am Debbie DuBois and I'm glad you're joining me. Today, in this episode, we're going to do a quick reading that's going to take us maybe like through the end of the year. And it was a reading that, interestingly enough, I did for myself this morning. And after I had flipped all the cards over, I was like, oh my God, this is for everybody. So I decided just very quickly to turn those cards back over and go ahead. It's been a few minutes, so I'm going to turn those cards over with you so that you can go ahead and get the benefits of the reading that I got this morning. So you're going to want to stick around.
Still and silent, calm before the storm, gold and diamond, jewels behind the throne, into the night, out of the dark, take to the sky, chasing the stars, all that we said, all that we are, waiting to fly, this is the start. Hide and seek, reason and rhyme, grand and glorious. Living the dream, yours and mine, euphoria.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to rephrase the question. The question that I had when I was reading these cards this morning is, okay, now that we're creating new earth, and that's what I'm highly guided to say, it's time. This is what we're doing. This is what I'm doing every day. That's all I'm going to be doing every day, whether that's personal or whether that's professional. In any respect, I'm creating my new reality. So I said, well, what's coming up for that, right? So let's take a look. And the first card that I pulled was the spring, I believe it's a new moon, all right? And this is about springing into action. It's a yes card, all right? So it's basically saying, yes, let's get started. So then I pulled another card and I'm like, oh, well, this isn't good. Snake energy. You know, what does this mean? Very easily answered is that we are still going to be dealing with old energies, old programs that are counterproductive to our being, all right? There is deception in there. We're going to feel those uncomfortable feelings. That part isn't really going to change, okay? But what is going to change is we have the problem-solving energy of the raccoon now. All right. So the raccoon is about solving problems. It's about being resourceful and clever, because in order to deal with these old energies, we need to become conscious. We need to learn how to be curious, and we need to learn how to create new solutions to old programs, to old ways of being. Okay. The next card I pulled is the lighthouse. All right, the lighthouse is all about guidance systems. Now, it can be also used as a warning, but it was very clear to me that this is about us starting to use our guidance system, our internal guidance system, to plot courses of action. In other words, okay, we've got the snake energy that just came up again. Oh God, no, right? And what are we going to do? We're going to use the energies of the raccoon to help us problem solve. And how are we going to problem solve? By using our guidance system. All right. Using our guidance system is, number one, tuning into our internal knowing, slowing ourselves down enough to say, what is this? What needs to change in this situation? What do I do differently? And one of the most important things, and it jumped right out at me, is to use tact and diplomacy. Now, that is a way of speaking to yourself as well, all right? So you slow yourself down so that you can overcome these obstacles. What's happening is you're getting a warning system that's saying you have an obstacle and you're creating, All right. So using tact and diplomacy and moving forward with a plan, create the plan with the help of the raccoon. So what does that result in? The stepping stones. This is our stepping stones into the new future. This is the stepping stones to creating new earth. It is a step-by-step process. We're taking nice small steps. We're going to keep going. We're going to find a way out of old earth and into new earth through spiritual growth. All right? And then I loved this. We got the Celtic knot at the end of this row. And the Celtic knot is about eternity. If you're talking about a love life, like if you're using this energy in a personal relationship, it's leading you to the love of a lifetime. All right. Something that's enduring, something that is infinity. Okay. It's never ending. This is on just the everyday scale. I'm looking at it as a place of eternal love, divine inner union within the self, unconditional love, and again, something that is enduring for infinity. So this period of time, and what I kind of got was that this is, basically through the next couple of months, is we're going to see a profound stepping up in the power of, wow, we've got a negative coming in. Wow, we need to solve this problem. Let's use our inner guidance to take those baby steps to get to that place we prefer. All right. So I said, so tell me what else. And I got the owl. The owl is the energy of seeing through the facade. So seeing through the facade is going to be what ends up happening. As we tune into our own higher source connection, as we do this, we cannot help it. All right, we cannot help. This is the source energy that we turn to. It is the problem solver that we turn to. We're going to know what's going on. We're going to tune into the reality of what really is going on, because in a sense, you're creating what's going on. And it's like, what am I going to create? Well, I'm going to focus on creating those things that I prefer. So you're going to start to understand that you are the one that is creating everything. You're probably going to start realizing the crap that you created too, which I have. I've been like, oh my God, I can't believe I created all that crap. But all it takes is awareness to say, oh, and then there's a way to not create that crap. Well, how do I do that? The secrets are going to be lifted through this process. And guess what's happening? We're all going to come together. This is a social media card. It's also promotion. It's also marketing. It's also spotlighting, connected exposure. So, and it's networking. Okay, so we're going to start to come together more and more in positive creation, because that's Source's way of doing things. We're so used to the way that the old energy has done things that we come together in anger and despair and blah, 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 and creating all this crap. We're going to start coming together, because the secrets are revealed to us of how we create new earth, and we're going to come together and we're going to create it in a cohesive way. I also believe that it's very possible that we will get some kind of social network that allows us to do this, even if it's to gain, okay, this is coming to me right now, even if it's to gain back the old tools. Because look at what I'm doing. I'm coming back into a platform where I was literally kicked out. Thank you very much. But I'm coming back from a different space. And I do believe in these new energies that is going to, what do you want to say, have more power than the old energy and the old way of doing things. I don't think this channel is going to be going anywhere. All right, so then I got the Capricorn card, and I was like really stumped. I was like, okay, what are you trying to tell me here? So there's several things on this card within a year, during the winter. So as soon as I asked that, I was sort of shown, this is, we're talking about during the winter. So I was like, okay, so is this something that's going to happen between now and winter, or is this something that's happening in winter? And the next card I got was the Mortar and Pestle. Okay, I knew instantly what this meant. Between now and winter, we are creating something new. We're taking what's actually there and we are blending it and alchemizing it, breaking it down and making something completely new from the old. All right. And we'll be doing this. Now, this will be over the next year. I think it's going to be heavily through now between December 22nd and January 21st, which is the energy of the Capricorn. And what is that energy? It's the devil energy. All right. But what we're looking at is very resourceful. We're going to be very disciplined. We're going to be tenacious, goal oriented. We're going to be little workhorses for this energy because it's that important. And Source is going to keep waking everybody up that needs to wake up. And if you're watching this, you're one of them. I'm just saying, you're not going to see this video if you are not that little workhorse that knows how to create. Those people will find this video later. This is a timeless video, by the way. Whenever you see this video, it's the right time for you to activate into all this. This right here are for those who are listening now, in this time space of now. It means you're ready for this message. All right. And it's interesting because then I got the Mercury energy. And the Mercury energy is the creator magician energy. So we're going to be talking New Earth, and we're going to be expressing New Earth. We're going to be communicating ideas with each other, with ourselves, and we're going to be using that energy of Mercury to manifest this alchemy during this period of time. So this is really good news. Now, we then got, I asked what else, and we got the energy of the squirrel. Okay, there's going to be a lot of that squirrely energy, which is a hectic energy. It's secretive, it's scolding, it's a lot of miscommunications. We're going to have to discern a lot of things because we still have the squirrel energy that's present during this period of time. It's giving lip service. It's asking us to believe in saviors. It's asking us to hang on to your energies and wait for the big reveal. All of these things, okay? So I started asking what are we going to do with that? And what's happening? And then immediately I got the fireworks. Now, I'm not going to go into the sexual aspects of this card. If you're talking about relationships, this means a lot of really, really incredible physical experiences with the progress that you're making. But if we relate it to the earth and what's happening, what we're ending up with is a lot of passion. We're ending up with excitement. We have a reason to get up in the morning. We have a reason to celebrate. It feels like a holiday. This is the energy of New Earth. It's happiness. It's abundant fireworks of happiness. So this is what we're working towards. This is what we're going to have to keep as an eye on the prize as we push through what could be somewhat difficult energy. We still have the snake energy here. I'm not sure who I'm showing the card to. I've got the two cameras. But seriously, it's like we don't really know where that snake energy is going to appear for us. It's going to push on your sensitive buttons, whatever you're sensitive to. If a lot of your blocks to creation are in your relationships or in your family or in your work, it's going to show up there. If you're part of Telegram groups and you're part of patriot movements or anti-vaxxers, or if you're part of pro-vaxxers, or it doesn't matter. Wherever you're focused your attention and energy, this dark energy is going to show up, but you're given the tools to do it as long as you consciously remember your source connection and you're heading to the fireworks energy. So I asked, what else? And we've got the energy of the Wolverine. Okay? The energy of the Wolverine is fearless. It's powerful. It's used to taking on struggle. It knows how to take on struggle. It knows how to, what do you want to say? Handle things that come up that are unpredictable and use this powerful force to kind of push through. So you're being told that you have Wolverine energy that you'll need, okay? But it's going to be balanced with that excitement and that knowledge and that energy of you're really at the steering wheel. There's nobody coming to save us. And I want to say something about that. I think that when we hear that, most of us, and I know it was me as well, think, oh my God, how am I supposed to do all this? How is it up to me? It's not. Source energy is part of all of us and it flows through all of us. And the source energy is there and available to connect us with those we need to connect with, to help us bring us together in collaboration, to point the way in the new direction. But creating new earth requires you to literally pledge your alliance and allegiance to that energy and then open it up, unblock. All you have to do is say, I'm in, I'm up for it, bring it to me. And that is how we save ourselves. We save ourselves at the micro level, and then Source is able to use that to save us at the macro level, if that makes sense. All right, so I asked what else? And I got this beautiful summer waxing crescent card. Beautiful light energy. And the message at the bottom of the card is things will unfold. So in other words, like I just said, you don't have to take on the responsibility of the world and say, oh my God, if this leader isn't going to save us, or this group of people isn't going to come in and clean up earth and all of this, which nobody is saying that at all. But the energy of the Savior is the energy of the old. And the reason why it's so important, little fuzz, the reason why it's so important is because we need to become aware that that's how we were programmed. We were programmed to wait for someone else to do something. And it's not like it's up to us to do everything, right? You're only going to do what applies to you. If you've got a child that's suffering from asthma and they're trying to make your kid wear a mask at school and that does not work for you, then it is up to you to take responsibility to confront that and say, that's not okay. I don't approve. I don't consent. And that means you're taking a stand in your reality for what matters to you. We all have to show up that way. This card promises us major opportunities to expand, to build on our strengths and let things unfold. Source is there, right behind you, the wind beneath your wings. This is a very light and celebratory energy. It is a very relaxed energy. It is almost like when you take your power back and you quit worrying about the Savior's doing it for you. And I know most of you are actually awake to that right now. If you're seeing this video, you probably are. So I'm not going to make any assumptions that you're not. But I know that even in my own perspective, when I started to realize no one's coming to save me, I didn't even realize that I expected someone to until certain things came up and I was like, whoa, this feels like a lot of responsibility. But it's really not. It's personal responsibility. And when you step up and take personal responsibility, you're going to get major opportunities to do that. And as you do that, you're creating the new reality from your tiny, tiny piece. And then source energy is going to come in and hook us all together in ways that we can do it on a larger scale, if that makes sense. All right, so I asked what else? One of my favorite cards in this deck is the White Wolf. The White Wolf is our guidance system. It's trusting our inner knowing. It's believing in our power. It is the stamina. It is the source energy that flows through you. It does give you the confidence to know that so long as I'm stepping up and accepting responsibility of creating a better reality for myself, that I'm going to create a better reality for the earth and for everyone around me. I'm leveling up to that. So that energy is there. And I said, what else? The hummingbird. The hummingbird came in to say that what this is about is the lightness of being. Elevating, moving into a place where you are present, you're in the moment, you're floating. You are light. You are lifting out of negativity. You are experiencing incredible lightness of being. And guess what that leads to? This was the card. It gets me almost, not quite. It did get me choked up when I saw it earlier. We get the rider. And what is the rider? Movement, delivery, green light, progress, full speed ahead. This right here, all of this is almost like our instruction manual for going into creating new earth for this period of time. And I knew that this was for me because I asked for this, But I also realize this for you too. If you're at a place where you see that no one's coming to save you, no one's coming to save us, source energy is ever present for us to open ourselves up to, allow it to flow through, allow it to be our guidance system, allow it to show us and draw us to that which is for us. Bring to me stuff that I need to see in order to awaken more. Bring to me everything that I need to dive into my creative expression and do better. Bring everything to me so that I can manifest or I can project or I can, whatever it is that I'm supposed to do. It's resting in the confidence, that lightness of being, that white wolf energy. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I have plans for a video with Kimberly Aria. She is not feeling well right now, but that is the next thing that I see coming. Although I am completely open to the universe, bringing through content that is aligned in the perfect way, in the perfect time. I really hope that you'll be there with me to create new earth. So anyways, thanks for joining me. I look forward to the next time we get to spend together. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you are made aware of when I publish a video or when I go live. And please, if you know people that really resonate with this information, share this. It's not going to get out there any other way. This is the time of us finding our tribe, working together. And if you know those people that are completely aligned with this information, let's become a unit, a team of light beings that make this world an incredibly better place than it is right now. Thank you so much for being here with me. And until the next time, namaste.